This is a huge moment for Boudreaux Campbell. Take a look. Superstar just fighting his way to 8 seconds and fighting his way to...
Handling the most aggressive of bulls at age 4, it was no surprise when this young man stirred up drama in the PBR world. With recognitions like Rookie of the Year, 2021 Velocity Champion, and the 2020 PBR Final Event title, Boudreaux Campbell is considered to be one of the fastest growing talents in the bull riding world today. Since his professional debut in 2017, this 25-year-old bull rider has created show-stopping moments in every competition. This leaves fans of bull riding wondering, is there a deeper secret to Campbell's highlight moments? And most importantly, is this young bull rider the next legend of the PBR? Like every cowboy story, Boudreaux Campbell had humble beginnings as an ordinary farmer's boy. Raised in the home of the best bull riding talents, Boudreaux Campbell, also known as Jason Byron Campbell Jr., was already a cowboy at heart, growing up in the Woodlands, Texas. With a father who was an influential ex-bull rider in their town, it was no surprise to his family when this young boy showed a flair for bull riding at the tender age of 4, where he began to learn the subtle art of dominating bulls with his father's help. The fierce training he received from his father helped him develop skills that most professional rodeo players were ignorant of, especially in mutton busting. This earned him the nickname Boudreaux from his father, one that will eventually become instrumental in his future fame. Campbell's talents became obvious when his family relocated to Crockett, Texas, and he began to participate in high school bull riding competitions. By the time he graduated high school, Campbell had already bagged the Texas Junior and State Championship title. With such a great start at an early age, Boudreaux Campbell considered himself well equipped for a bigger stage and decided to go into harsher bull riding competitions in 2017. Was this decision to join the bigger leagues an advantage, or did he throw himself to the wolves? Making his professional debut right after leaving high school in 2017, 18-year-old Boudreaux Campbell made it to the CBR Championship Finals in 2017 and became recognized as the PRCA Rookie of the Year. Putting up a resilient performance on those bulls, Boudreaux's debut season was one that was best described by commentators and fans of the bull riding games as being nothing short of iconic. The fierce skills of this young rider became undeniable when in 2018 he also made it to the CBR Finals and qualified for the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association National Rodeo Finals. Also, during his debut season, Campbell was recognized as 3rd in the World Bull Riding Championship standings. With a total point over 7,000, Boudreaux ranked 6th in the PRCA rookie standings. By the end of his debut season, Campbell had already earned over $20,000 from his CBR competition. Although Boudreaux didn't win most of those competitions, his competitive spirit during those events, especially for such a young rider, only made him a fierce opponent to the other rookies. Then finally, Campbell had his first shot at what it meant to win a championship title in 2020, which can be considered the start of his greater achievements. After making a strong debut season in 2017, Campbell continued to become recognized as Rookie of the Year in all of the PBR Series competitions he participated in. He had one goal in mind, and it wasn't just to remain Rookie of the Year, but to go ahead and become a world champion, a decision that was largely fueled by his father's motivation. This consistency was seen when, during a PRCA Extreme Bull Tour, Campbell emerged as the champion and made it into the PBR World Championship Finals. This was the opportunity he needed to show that he was more than just a kid who enjoyed riding bulls, but wanted to become a world champion as well. He started out the final events with high momentum and scored the most average during the events. Although he ended up losing the title to PBR icon J.B. Monty, his efforts were visible. As a result, Boudreaux retained his title as Rookie of the Year and the PBR World Final Event title for 2020 with the most outstanding performance. This peak moment for Boudreaux Campbell in 2020 only validated the faith his family and fans had in his determination to not just keep winning the rookie titles, but he had what it takes to compete with legends like Guilherme and Monty. But Campbell left the 2020 season 10th in the world ranking, earning more than $100,000, and with a promise to return fiercer. Would he be able to deliver on his promise, or was he going to end up with near success syndrome once again? Returning to the 2021 PBR season, Boudreaux was a more competitive rider than he was at the previous season. He went ahead to win the PBR Velocity Championship tournament, riding one of the most reckless bulls in the season. As if that wasn't enough, Campbell went further to win 2 other events in that season, including the last regular event for 2021 during the Cooper Tires Invitational. This win sealed his spot in the PBR World Finals for the 2nd time in a row. Going into the PBR again, Campbell was determined to win the title but didn't even make it to the top 3 riders in the event. He finished 5th in the 2021 season but remained undefeated in his pursuit. When asked during an interview how he managed to stay focused despite his failed attempts at the PBR finals, he had this to say: "I only think of one thing. Don't quit. Don't give up." Then in 2022, Boudreaux Campbell failed to make it to the PBR finals, but participated in the PBR Team Series tour held in Texas under the Carolina Cowboys. Campbell was useful in helping them win the 5th event of the series, but they got eliminated during their second game and ended up finishing 6th during the event. This wasn't the best year for our rising star, as he ended up finishing 87th in the world ranking, a poor standing compared to his previous records. Yet despite these seemingly impressive performances, they had 2 wins against the Missouri Thunder and 1 against the Texas Ridgers. The start of 2023 wasn't the best for the Carolina Cowboys, and despite trying their best, they got eliminated from their first PBR Team Series and finished 7th. But for Boudreaux, it was another chance at redemption to qualify for the 2023 PBR World Finals. With the final events tagged Unleash the Beast, Boudreaux lived up to the title by putting up an aggressive show that took him to the lead and earned him a shot to go head-to-head with other top professionals. However, due to an undisclosed injury, he was ruled out of the competition, finishing 5th in ranking for the season. Boudreaux might not have earned the PBR Championship, but he left fans of the 2023 season satisfied when he beat 90.5 points while writing I'm Legit Too, bringing his total earnings to about $873,000. With the dawn of the 2024 season, Boudreaux Campbell was sold to the Missouri Thunder team for the PBR Series events, and he continues to remain an aggressive team player. With a striking performance since the start of the 2024 PBR season, Campbell has managed to earn his 4th World Final qualification after years of losing at that crucial moment. Speaking at an interview, he expressed his anxiety toward the event, which was supposed to take place from May 10th to May 19th in 2024. Once again, Boudreaux Campbell lost his chance at the championship to Casio Diaz, but ended up finishing 5th in the ranking with 622.66 points. Watching the career of this young cowboy from Crockett, we can see that he has made quite an impressive mark on the bull riding community with highly competitive games and a few wins. While it is hard to say if he would ever meet up with his dreams at the PBR Championship, Boudreaux Campbell has proved himself to be a worthy competitor in the major leagues, and it doesn't look like he plans on stopping anytime soon. Do you think Boudreaux Campbell's dreams are impossible, or he might defy all odds and make history in the coming season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Like and subscribe for more amazing bull riding content.